All right, DeGrasse, whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. Captain's log, stardate 57642.5. With the destruction of the Jem'Hadar inhabitants of the Narendra colony, Starfleet has asked the Tiananmen to investigate and check up on other colonies in the area. To help in this mission, they've actually sent an old friend, someone I'm excited to see. End log.
All right, we'll shoot over to the Tiananmen Bridge. For a wee bit of role play before Prax's old friend shows up.
I think you got the names backwards.
Huh?
You said Prax.
Oh, DeGrasse's old friend shows up. It's been a long day.
No worries. Yeah, so DeGrasse will scan everyone's face on the bridge. Just very directly say, how's everyone holding up?
Ready to do my duty, Captain. Whatever needs to be done.
I know that most, if not all of us on this bridge are experienced officers. So we've seen a lot. And I know that I have the finest crew in the fleets, and well, we can handle anything thrown our way. With that said, there's anyone who needs to, well, have a discussion. We don't have a counselor on board, so Prax, I assume that's your character.
The doctor acts as both chief medical officer and counselor.
All right. Good luck, Prax. So DeGrasse will pause and just say, the good doctor here is always available. I myself have spoken to her on a few occasions, and if anyone here needs to as well, I would encourage him. With that said, as you know, our orders are with the expedition to investigate more of these colonies. And I might be saying what's on everyone's mind. Maybe it goes without saying that we could also see a lot on these other colonies. So let's prepare ourselves.
You mean there's more Jem'Hadar colonies?
Was that verified, Captain? Or could there be other types of colonies, like Klingon or human or Andorian?
GM, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming the Admiral didn't let us in on that information.
You are probably correct.
Okay. Well, no, I don't have any confirmation. It's, well, much like last time, the Admiral's been pretty vague about this, but given what we saw at the Narendra colony, I do think it's best for us to mentally prepare ourselves for anything else that we might see along the same lines of what we just saw.
I have a question, Captain. If we encounter the individuals who are perpetrating these actions, what are we to do?
Well, in accordance with Federation law, we are to seek their arrest. As long as they're nonviolent. Well, if they become violent, we'll have to deal with that situation when the time comes. The goss, I know the situation has been very heinous. I'm sure that we have our own thoughts and feelings on how to properly address it, but we are still Starfleet officers. We should adhere to the law, and
Aye, sir. My Klingon side is just a little boiling. That's all. But,
I understand.
ready at your command.
All right, well, Helm, how long until we rendezvous with the expedition?
Actually, sir, it looks like the expedition is coming into range now.
Excellent. Ops, when she's ready, let's open her frequency.
Ooh, I could definitely tell the expedition bridge is not set up. At all. Think that's about right.
Yeah.
All right, and then on the bridge, Captain, you are being hailed.
On screen.
There he is.
Captain Prax, you're, well, I'm excited to see you again.
It's been too long, Captain DeGrasse.
It always is. Have you been briefed on the situation?
It's a little vague. I understand you encountered a colony at had some sort of mishap.
You could say that, Captain. It's Well, certainly a unique situation. And well, to be quite honest, the Admiral wasn't forthcoming. Perhaps so I will be. We found a seemingly Federation colony that was populated by Jem'Hadar inhabitants. If that weren't shocking enough, it seems the colony was attacked. The inhabitants were, for lack of a better word, massacred. And it seems like the attackers had a very intentional attack plan. It seems like they were after something.
Do you know what they were after?
Well, Captain, as I'm sure you're no doubt aware, Jem'Hadar are, I would say typically, because based on evidence that we found at the colony, this may no longer be the case, but they're typically grown. And based on what we can tell, some of that equipment was stolen from the facility on the surface. Additionally, they seem pretty keen to avoid damaging a power facility. These seem to be the only two buildings that were spared. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good understanding of the intention behind this attack, what they needed with this equipment, or, well, perhaps, to be honest, exactly who undertook this attack. Circumstantial evidence points to Starfleet, but to be honest, Captain, I'm not sure if I believe that.
They were after Pacific equipment, you said?
Seemed to be the breeding equipment used by the Jem'Hadar.
I see. That's troubling news. How long ago did this take place?
GM, how long has it been since we were to Narendra Colony?
Oh, I gotta do math.
So I know
Let's
the,
see here.
Yeah, I know the attack was 6 months before we arrived.
Let's see, 15 plus 40. Was that 55 days? Or 55 star dates? You discovered it roughly 20 days ago.
Almost 7 months, Captain. When we arrived, the crime scene was about 6 months old. It's quite a head start.
Any survivors?
A few children, Captain. They witnessed the attack on the surface. We've attempted to protect their identities until we determine who the attackers are. But we do have a few witnesses.
I understand from to assist you on essentially evaluating colonies in the area. Do you have a list of the appropriate sites?
GM, I assume those were sent over. Seven colonies in total, Captain. Quite a number, and well, as I just communicated to the Tiananmen crew, I can only imagine what they might contain based on what we just saw.
Sorry, I have to rephrase that. Colonies and a few homeworlds.
All right, cool. Yeah, DeGrasse will appropriately retcon that. 5 colonies and 2 full planetary homeworlds, Captain.
Well, it seems it's best to split up our efforts here. Beat you down the middle?
Well, you read my mind, Captain, with a list like that. We can, we'll work out a plan of attack on our sides. I'll have my helm optimize the routes our 2 ships should take, and we'll get that over to you.
Understood.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
Yes, it is.
Ross out.
All right, let me know where you guys would like to go for any role play, any planning, anything like that.
Yeah, so the Tiananmen will take the list of targets and optimize a route for the expedition and the Tiananmen 2 separately. Go to those locations and then meet somewhere in the middle at the end.
All right. Let's go ahead and do a reason or insight with science or con, difficulty 1, assisted by your ship's computer's con.
So I can roll for the ship if anybody wants to do the main roll.
You said security?
Science or con.
Oh, science are gone. My bad.
Let's see here. I'm sorry, Ed, what was the roll again? You said
Difficulty 1 and either reason or insight with science or con.
so Orgel has an insight con of 14. Do we know what Dagon has for her science roll?
15 for science, if it's reason science.
Yeah. I say, yeah, let's have Dagon roll, and then I'll take the check.
What's the difficulty?
Just one.
Is the ship? What's the ship rolling again?
Computer's con.
Okay. Research for focus.
No.
Can we roll that using technical expertise? The ship that
Alrighty.
is.
Game
Nice.
2. And yeah, you're able to split the colonies evenly between the two ships, also calculating for the ship's difference in speeds. And you should rendezvous at the final planet around the same time, barring any complications.
Alrighty, I'll have that transferred over to the expedition. Ed, do you want me to roleplay that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's have Ops do it. Ops, could you send the expedition the route planning for our two ships?
Yes, Captain.
Ask them to confirm receipts.
Captain, I have received the list from the Tiananmen.
Transfer the coordinates to helm, please. And
Transfer it.
reply with an acknowledgement to Tiananmen that we received.
Absolutely, Captain. Sending transmission of receiver.
And they send acknowledgement.
All right. So at that point, I think the Tiananmen will start its route.
All right, and on the expedition, you see the the Tiananmen warp off toward their first colony.
Helm, lay in a course for the first destination. Helm,
Sorry.
did you receive the coordinates?
Yes, Captain, I did.
Lay in a course for the first destination, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain. And I will lay in the course and set up for maximum warp.
There's just be a control con diff 1, as you have to navigate around an small ion star.
Okay. Yes. Operations count as a focus on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Wow, 219s.
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely going to be a succeed at cost thing, so you can afford to let it go if you want.
I think I will let it go then.
Sorry, was that a coughing fit?
Sorry, I said I think I will let it go in that case.
Okay.
Makes the story more interesting.
Yeah. It's not going to be anything bad. It's just your first colony. You're going to arrive later than normal by a few hours because the ion storm is larger than you originally thought. So you have to take a wider berth.
Right. Then, just so you're aware, the ion storm apparently has gotten a bit larger than expected, and therefore it is going to delay us a few hours.
Steady as she goes, Helm.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we'll enter a new scene. We'll stick with the expedition for the time being. And we'll have you arrive at the first Federation outpost. Just designated outpost Theta Epsilon.
Ops, open hailing frequencies.
Obeying hailing frequencies, Captain.
Epsilon Colony, this is Captain Israel Prax of the Federation Starship Expedition. We've been
How are you, Captain? I'm Lieutenant Michaels.
doing fine, sir. We were sent to, well, do a wellness check. Make sure everything is, your needs are being met.
Can't complain, Captain. Just received our new batch of scientific measuring equipment.
It's good to hear. Anything?
Not too much going on this planet, just some unique geological surveys happening.
Sounds intriguing. Anything unusual happening at the colony or any suspicious traffic in the area?
Not that I can think of, Captain. We are a small outpost, only about a dozen of us.
Well, terribly sorry to disturb you in the midst of your work. But if you have no need for us, we'll be on our way.
Thank you for letting us know you're in the sector, Captain.
You're welcome. Expedition out. Starting to wonder if this is a fool's errand or someone's being paranoid. Helm, set course for the second destination on the list. Best possible speed. I mean, did I get at all that there was a problem at the colony from him, or he just seemed pretty genuine?
No, he was pretty genuine. So the scan found nothing. You know, just the weird geological formations on the planet. Oh, not weird. Interesting geological formations.
Worthy of scientific discovery. But Helm, set a course. The second destination on the list, please.
Okay. And we'll lay in the course and calculate the quickest way.
Alrighty. Yep. I won't make you roll for that. And you head out to warp. And in the meantime, we'll head to the Tiananmen. As the Tiananmen, you have just arrived at at the Witherflink colony. Way ahead of you.
Thank you. You would have gotten Witherspoon Colony, but
I mean, maybe better.
Lieutenant Dagan, could you give us a quick scan of the colony?
Give you reason or insight, science, diff 1. Sensor science for ship.
Diff 1, you say?
Yep.
Sensor operations for focus?
Yep.
I'll roll flat.
Gain 2. Oh, I should probably tell you about the colony. It's on the smaller side for colonies. There's about 500 inhabitants. The colony is nestled in the southern hemisphere on one of the larger continents. Probably inland, maybe nestled next to a lake. Pretty temperate M class. Think that covers the bullet points.
Witherflink Colony is a Class M planetoid captain with roughly around 500 colonists, according to sensor readings. The colony appears to be nestled in a quite tranquil spot.
All right, well, seems pretty straightforward. Ops, let's open a frequency.
Says Administrator Arel.
Administrator Arel, this is Captain DeGrasse with the USS Tiananmen. We've been asked to come out and check up on your colony status, see how everything was going.
Are you here to deliver our industrial replicator?
I don't believe we have any industrial replicators on board here. No, so we were just coming to check up, more or less.
Very well. In response to your earlier inquiry, we are doing just fine, minus our industrial replicator.
Well, Administrator, I would be happy to check up on that for you. One quick minute. Ops, please mute the communication.
Audio muted, Captain.
Could you check up on the status of their industrial replicator?
All right, this will need to be a roll. This is probably going to be control command, I think. Assisted by the ship's computers command. We'll call this a difficulty of 2.
Control commands. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and take this one. Computers for a focus?
Sure.
Cool, cool. Well, I mean, bold command, so might as well take a threats.
I do like threat.
Ah. Wow. All right. Well,
Just need the ship's computer's command.
yeah, I can roll for the ship. All right. So we're gonna squash that extra complication.
All right, so you gain 1, and then you'll just have to spend 1 to quash it.
Yes, please.
It takes you a little bit to find, as no doubt there's a lot of bureaucratic red tape trying to find these industrial replicators. But it would appear that their replicator has been diverted to the Unearthian relief effort. I think that's the right one. The one that had their homeworld ripped apart in the Open Expanse.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. Ops, please take us off mute.
Unmuted, Captain.
Oh, Administrator, it took us a little longer than we thought it would, but we do have some news for you. Looks like your industrial replicator has been diverted, actually, to a colony, a planet in need, to help aid in the Unearthian relief effort.
Thank you for the update, Captain. If you would please inform Starfleet we are still waiting on a replicator.
I will do so, Administrator. If you don't mind me asking, what task would you need this industrial replicator for?
We are slated to expand the colony's capacities within the next few months to receive more colonists. Another 500 are expected within 6 months.
Wow, growing like a weed, I see.
This planet has benefits from a nearby forest. The hope is to increase the production of certain medicines used in treatment of the Tarkanian flu.
It's a very noble effort. Tell me, how long has this colony been in place?
Main infrastructure was brought online not 4 months, 23 days ago.
And you're finding that everything is going well?
There have been setbacks, of course, but up until the delay in our replicator, we have been on schedule.
I know this is going to be extraordinarily difficult, I imagine. Can I do a quick insight check of her?
Sure. I mean, it's going against a Vulcan, so this would be diff 3.
Yeah, I was about to say. I knew it would be pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not sure I really have a focus on this. All right, well, we'll roll the dice, take a threat.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Hey, and I can re-roll that. Hey,
Gain 2.
I'll take that.
You don't feel that there's any deceit coming from her. Maybe mild annoyance with the reports of her, the reports you've just given her, but
Understood. All right. Well, thank you, Administrator. as mentioned, we'll contact Starfleet to notify them of the situation, and we'll be in the area. So just let us know if you need anything.
Understood. Thank you, Captain.
Of course. Tiananmen out. Cassie, I didn't detect she was lying at all. She seemed pretty straightforward. What were your thoughts?
A very stable mind, though she could probably use. She might be stressed out a little bit.
The colony growing that quickly. All right, well, the only thing that gave me pause was the founding of this colony 4 months ago. And, well, the fact that they were doing so much activity down there. That time frame would put them after the attack on Narendra. Lieutenant Dagan, what were the species that were on the surface?
Standard Federation species, sir. Humans, Vulcans, Fupolians.
All right, well, unless anyone has any objections, say we log this one and proceed on. All right, no news is good news. Helm, take us to the next location.
Aye, sir. Right, we'll enter a new scene. We'll head to the expedition. You drop out at your next scheduled colony. Let me grab a quick name. This one will be called Colony Alona. Or Alona.
You're going to type that out.
Yep. Or Alona Colony.
Ops, if you can get a scan of the colony, please.
Oh, I should hold on. So you drop out a warp at the edge of the colony, and there is a ship in orbit of the planet.
Ops, please identify the vessel currently in orbit.
I have it. Scanning.
Give me a diff 1 reason science. Reason or insight science.
Ship assist.
Oh yeah, sensor science.
Okay, sensors for the focus.
Yep.
Oh, does advanced sensors kick in?
Yeah, so what is it, diff 0?
Yep.
Gain 3.
Captain, it is a civilian freighter with a Ferengi crew.
a Ferengi ship?
Yeah.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, don't tell me there's no Ferengi in the archives.
Open a channel to the Ferengi vessel.
Opening channel, Captain.
That is not a Ferengi. I'm going to see if there's any Ferengi in here. There does not look to be. So I guess it will come back audio.
This is Captain Israel Prax of the Federation Starship Expedition to unidentified Ferengi vessel.
Federation vessel. This is Captain. Someone give me a random Ferengi name.
Karnik.
Spell that. Oh wait, this one's better. It says Captain Barbo of the Ferengi Alliance.
Could you please state your business in Federation space?
We have contract with Colony for trade and profit.
A contract. For what?
They supply ore, and we supply food and medical supplies.
You're providing them with food and medical supplies. A Federation colony.
Yes.
I would love to see the contract, if you don't mind, to verify its authenticity.
Of course, of course. I think I have it lying around here somewhere. Stand by, whatever your name is.
Ops, mute channel, open hailing frequency to the colony.
Muting channel, Captain. Opening hailing to the colony.
Alona Colony, this is Captain Israel Prax of the Federation Starship Expedition. Please come in.
We're receiving you, Expedition.
I noticed that there is a Ferengi vessel in orbit, and they claim to have a contract with you of trade of ore for food and medical supplies. Bit curious as to this proposition.
The Ferengi are trying to negotiate for the colonist ore. Rather unsuccessfully, I might add.
They are.
If were up to me, Captain, there'd be no trade with these Ferengi, but I'm just the head of security here.
Where is the colony governor?
Governor is out inspecting the mines currently and is unavailable.
Is this the first time these Ferengi have shown up, or have they been continuing their presence here?
They've been coming back off and on for the last few weeks now.
Is your colony in dire need of food and medical supplies?
No, of course not. We have replicators here. And a hefty supply of dilithium, I might add. I'm not too big on trade negotiations, but it doesn't sound like the colonists here are too happy with the Ferengi's terms.
I understand. If you don't mind, I would very much like to speak with the colony's governor as soon as he or she is available.
As you wish, it should still be about an hour or so.
Understood. Tell me, has anything strange or anything like that happened in your colony other than the Ferengi?
Not that I know of, Captain. Heck, the Ferengi showing up has been the most exciting thing that's happened in about a month.
I see. Thank you for your time. Deliver the message to the colony governor for me that I wish to speak with them in a moment's notice. Expedition out. Unmute the channel with the Ferengi, please.
Unmuting, Captain.
A Ferengi captain, whose name I've already forgotten. Do you have the appropriate documents?
They're still around here, Captain. It's a mess over here. I'll find them.
Just so you are aware that in order to do trade with the Alora colony, there is an excise tax, a right to do business tax, as well as a exportation tax. Also, all of your goods will need to be inspected for contraband. So, if you don't mind, I would like to
Give me a presence command. Diff 2.
I want to say, I'm not gonna say persuasion is definitely out of the window on this one.
No, you're bluffing.
Yeah. Will you take gambling as a focus?
You know I will.
Okay. Take a threat, and I'll just spend 2 momentum just in case. Oh, dude. Nah, I won't fish. We'll be capped anyway.
Right, gain 2. You know, Captain, I don't think it's going to be profitable for us to maintain this trade negotiation. You'll give my regards to the governor, right?
Of course, but are you sure? I mean, it's no trouble. We could file all the necessary paperwork. It'll only take 40 hours or so.
Oh, sorry, Captain. I'm getting another hail. Sorry, can't hear you. And the ship starts moving out of orbit.
Ops, track that vessel.
Yes, Captain. Checking.
Well, I guess we wait for the governor to hail.
Ooh, I should find a governor token, shouldn't I? That one works. And yeah, Dagas, you are being hailed from the planet.
Hailing frequencies open, Captain. Planet is hailing us.
Governor.
This is Governor Kosos.
Governor. Well, I hope you weren't planning on doing business with Ferengi, but they seem to left the area.
I've been around the system a few times, Captain. No Ferengi's gonna take advantage of me. Now tell me, what did I have to leave my mines for?
Well, this is essentially a checkup. We're here to. Starfleet is doing a. Well, instead of you waiting to call for help, we're coming here to see if you need any help.
What, Starfleet thinks I can't handle this colony all by ourselves?
That's not the case here, Governor. We're merely asking if there is any need of provisions for your colony that we could expedite.
We don't need your help, Captain. We are self-sufficient here.
Understood. Quick question. Have any other ships besides the Ferengi and ourselves arrived in the past 6 months?
A few transport vessels here and there. Nothing out of the ordinary.
As far as you are aware, your colony has been relatively stable. No one's gone missing or.
Minus the occasional drunkard not showing up for his duty shift. Everyone's accounted for.
I see. Well, then, I deeply apologize, and I wish you luck on your endeavors.
And he just pounds the desk to close the thing.
Well, that's 2 down. At least the Ferengi was pleasant. Ops, is the Ferengi vessel leaving the system?
Is it leaving, Captain? GM. It entered 5 minutes ago, Captain.
Well, hopefully the government doesn't find a shipment of missing dilithium anytime soon. Flag the Ferengi vessel and for the patrol craft to have a look on them, just in case.
No, Captain.
Helm, set course for the next point in our destination.
Hi, Captain.
All right, back to the Tiananmen. The Tiananmen arrives at the site of a terraforming project. With it's a station in orbit.
Well, this certainly seems interesting. Let's Not every day that we see a terraform in progress. All right, well, Lieutenant Dagan, please give us a quick scan. Let's see what's going on.
Someone else could do the role for Dagon if they want.
I could take the role, I guess. It was Reason Science, right?
Yep. Give it a diff 2.
Okay. Nice.
Right, and Dagon will find that they're still very much in the process of terraforming what appears to be a Mars-like planet. It appears that they had just finished maybe a few weeks ago phaser drilling out the places that are probably going to make up the new oceans.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Lieutenant. Please go ahead.
It seems as though the terraforming process is going well. Doing some calculations presently.
All right, well, seems initially like everything's in order. Ops, please open a hailing frequency.
And as the view screen opens up, you hear loud clashing in the background, as well as the toppling over of several instrument trays in the view screen before finally this individual appears. Oh, yes, yes. Who's there?
This is Captain DeGrasse of the USS Tiananmen. Is everything all right?
Oh, Captain, I'm sure you want a status update. We're trying to get back on schedule after the last setback.
Understood. What's the nature of the setback?
We've had some mechanical issues with one of our generators. We're getting ready to create a stable magnetic field on the planet. At least that's our next step.
And if you don't mind me asking, I was sent here to check up on you all, and to be quite honest, we weren't equipped with a lot of information. How long have you been proceeding with this terraforming?
Oh, we've been on this project for years, Captain.
Wow.
It's a very long process to terraform a planet.
I can imagine. Well, is there anything you need?
The latest in Starfleet entertainment?
Well, guess we can see what we have on board. We're
Oh, that'd be great, Captain. It's been years since I've heard anything new.
well, we'll see what we can get to. To be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll have, this being a Starfleet vessel, but we'll see what we can scrounge together. Um, so how long is left on this terraforming project?
We estimate that we still have roughly 7 years to go.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully they'll give you all some vacation.
Oh, we all live for this work, Captain.
Have you been visited by any other Starfleet ships recently?
Recently, no. Think the last one stopped by here 3 months ago?
Oh. Funny enough, we don't have record of that ship. Do you remember the name of the ship? The name of the captain?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been really busy here. They did request some supplies from us, however.
What kind of supplies?
Oh, sorry, cramp.
That sucks. Bad cramp?
Sorry, my audio cut out. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, good. What was needed?
Well, I'm sorry, you just cut out right there, Krim. What'd you say?
Oh, that hurt. Still hurts. What Krim say?
Not sure.
What was it?
Is Krim back, maybe?
Krim, if you can hear us, we can't hear you, bud. Well, until we get Krim back. Yeah, so DeGrasse asked her what the nature of those supplies were.
That did not help. They requested a few power relays. Something about theirs kept on shorting out.
Did they say anything about what these power relays would be used for?
Didn't ask him, Captain.
That's fair. Did they mention where they were coming from or where they were going to?
They just said they were on patrol of the area. Much like yourself, I reckon.
Huh. That's interesting. Do you remember anything about maybe the look of the captain? Anything at all?
Just they were very distinguished.
All right. Well, thank
Shorter hair, little bit of a beard.
you. Human?
Yes.
Do you remember approximate age at all?
I couldn't have been much older than you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, by the way. All right. Well, we'll be in the area. Let us know if you need anything else, and we'll be sure to scrounge up what entertainment we can and send it down shortly.
Understood. Oh, sorry. Say that again, Captain.
No, I was just ending the communication.
All right.
So, Lieutenant Allen, would you consider yourself to have musical tastes?
Scrounge up.
All right. Thank you, Lieutenant. See what you can find, and well, just let's get it sent down to the surface. Or to the
Right.
station. Yeah.
I'll give you a roll for this. Are you wanting to find good stuff, bad stuff?
Well, I mean, my preference would be good stuff. She was candid and forthcoming, so.
Alrighty. So I'll make this a difficulty 3, and I'll make it a control and either command or con, assisted by the ship's computers con.
Well. Krim, yeah, if you can hear us, man. Can't quite see your character sheet, so I'm not sure if you'd have a good role for this. Oh, never mind, it just popped up. Yeah, Krim, looks like your control con is really quite good. So, if you'd want to take this role, I can support with the ship. All right. Well, we might not have Krim, so does anyone else have a good role for this?
What you need?
Control plus command or con, difficulty 3, and I can assist with the ship.
Let me look on the
Rail
link
has a
sheet.
decent role there.
I have a command of 3 and a control of 10. So,
I've got a 15 on control call.
oh, you'd probably be better then.
It's all you, Rel.
What's the difficulty again?
3.
3? Yeah. I'll spend for an extra die.
Momentum or threat?
Momentum, we've got a lot of it. Ah, dang it. Oh, yay.
Oh
Are
wait,
the
I didn't
same
censor
stats?
science. Sorry, I'll re-roll that. Peter's con. Sorry, that was my fault.
Nice.
Hey,
Well, that's when you know it's meant to be. It both rolled 12 and they're both successes. So you got there. Yeah. Your database has recently been up to date with all the latest and greatest from the Federation homeworld, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle to transfer that database to her. To their station.
all right, let's get it down there and be on our way. Ops, please send the data down.
Aye, Captain. Sending now.
All right.
Transfer complete.
Good. Virgil, let's keep going.
Aye, sir. Send course to next destination.
Engage.
All right, we'll enter a new scene. Head back to the good old expedition. And Prax, your next place is a homeworld of a race who call themselves the Ore.
The ore. Is this the point we're supposed to be rendezvous with the team I'm in?
No. It's the third one on your list.
Ops open hailing frequency to the planet.
Opening hailing frequencies, Captain.
This is Captain Azrael Prax of the Federation Starship Expedition.
Who do I send this to?
And I'm detecting a shot from a surface defense station heading toward the expedition.
Red alert.
I initiate a base action.
Yes. Helm, evasive action. Ops, continue hailing. Friendly.
Expedition is not welcome here.
Please elaborate. This is my first trip to this colony, or to this world.
You know what your ship has done. Leave the system now, or you will be destroyed.
I would very much like to know what we have done to be welcomed this way.
Captain, more weapons fire.
Then for Wagner, this would be a daring con diff 2 to avoid.
Con diff 2.
Yep.
Common maneuvers count as a focus.
Yeah.
Right. You can take a threat. I'm going to use bold con.
Ooh, she has precise evasion.
I do. Yeah.
Was that?
Does. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
Yeah. Same.
I don't think that would really apply here because it's not space to space. It's really just they're shooting up, you're dodging it.
If I succeed at the evasive action task, you may spend 2 momentum. If you do, the ship does not suffer increased difficulty for attacks normally caused by evasive action.
Yeah, I don't think that applies here.
Yeah, it's the other one I was thinking of.
But it's good to know you have it.
Yeah.
Return the people you stole if you seek peace.
People. I assure you, we've done no such action. Please cease your hostility. Let us talk about this.
Give me presence command. This is going to be a diff 4. Comp 2.
I would like to spend my determination. Actually, hold up. I want to have a determination to spend on responsibility to the truth, but I would like to gain a point of determination based on a similar action that happened with a Klingons when we were in the Ebon Expanse to buy us time from destroying the machine outright. If you remember that episode that long ago.
Destroying the what now?
When we did the Ebon, we were in the episode of the race, the Ebon Expanse arc. Essentially the star machine or whatever.
Yeah.
From the Klingons from blowing it up. We were trying to, I attempted to persuade him to stop doing that. I would like to gain a point of determination
Sure.
from that log, and then spend my determination on the same value of responsibility to the truth.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll give you a threat and 1 momentum. You said comp 2, right?
Yes.
Persuasion for a focus.
Yes.
Rewind the comp.
All right. 6 successes. You gain 2. Explain carefully.
I'm more than willing to send our navigation logs for any time period you think that we were here to verify that this vessel was not present. I assure you, we are not responsible for kidnapping anyone. In fact, we've been ordered by Starfleet to investigate such matters.
Logs can be falsified. You have 1 hour to prove your innocence, or that which we captured will die.
Captured?
1 hour.
What? Who did you capture?
And on screen will appear very briefly a very badly beaten male Trill individual. And Captain, I will give you an insight command to see something.
Difficulty?
3.
I definitely do not have a focus for this.
You probably do not. Unless you have like facial recognition.
No. Oh, I did not. Forgot to use my diffuse attention the last roll. Oh well.
Oops.
Okay. Div 3, you said.
Yes.
Take a threat, 2 momentum. Fish.
Gain 1.
I don't like those numbers on the rolls. I'm just saying. Bad omen vibes. I take it I didn't get a name of who I'm dealing with.
No.
I would like to
One-
trade. I wish
1 hour to prove your innocence, or they die.
I would like to trade places. A chance also to talk with you to prove our innocence.
Div 5. Persuasion.
Diffuse attention for a bonus die.
I'll take it.
Persuasion for a focus.
Yeah.
Uh, take a threat. Got the free die. Threat plus a momentum for the fourth. You said div 4, right?
Yeah, be diff 4, I believe. Well, it's base diff 5.
Oh, div 5. Oh, sorry. Okay. Right. I need all the dice. Spend the rest of the momentum. Oh, it's the same, just so you know. Presence is the same as insight.
Okay.
Fish. Fish.
Did you have anything to lower the difficulty?
No.
Okay. So that is 8 successes.
So 3 momentum. If I had Go ahead.
Your terms are acceptable.
Our shields were up.
Oh, I know. And appearing on the bridge appears to be what the rest of the crew can only assume to be a younger looking but very badly beaten Haber de Grasse. But like young, like 20s young. And with that, we will go to the Tiananmen. All right, Captain de Grasse, your final one is going to be the homeworld to a race called the Sylvians. Not sure if I used that yet.
All right, I think we know the routine now. Lieutenant Dagan, please give us a quick scan.
Do we want me to do that again?
Sure.
Or someone else? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
Expertise.
So it would
Oof.
appear that the planet has raised some type of planet-side shielding, which is preventing your scans.
Dagan will relay as much to the captain, I'm guessing.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Certainly interesting. Well, Ops, let's open hailing.
Just trying to find a good
Oh,
good representative for him. This one.
GM, will you allow us to squash that complication?
I mean, if you really want.
Will it impact anything at all?
Nah.
Okay.
So this is going to be like your Alien of the Week. Where this little hair thing is really like a cranial ridge type thing.
Okay.
Federation vessel, we have detected you within our space.
Yes. This is Captain Haber DeGrosse from the USS Tiananmen. We were asked by Starfleet to come out and do a bit of a health check on you all, see how everything was going.
We request and expect you to fulfill the agreement within our peace accord to render military aid should we require it.
Uh, am I to understand that you currently require military aid?
Yes, unidentified ships in the past few weeks have abducted several of our citizens from our space.
Abducted? They're just scooping them up from the planet's surface?
Some from the planet's surface, some from our civilian vessels within our space. We do not have the means to defend ourselves, Captain. We expect and require you to fulfill your duty laid out in the peace accords.
Understood. I'll notify my superiors immediately. Can you give us an estimate on the number of ships that have been harassing you?
It has only ever been one, but they have returned multiple times.
Can you tell me anything about these ships? Anything at all?
It is a large, strange-looking ship, boxy in nature.
And you said these attacks have been taking place over several weeks?
That is correct.
When was the last attack?
Approximately 4 days ago.
Do they have a frequency of return?
Every 8.3 days.
And how many of your civilians have been abducted to this point?
We estimate about 592.
592. Jesus. Well, if you have any scans of these ships, we would love to review them. Any data, any witnesses, anything that we could gather as to the nature of this threat.
We will share what we have, though it is not much.
Understood. I don't believe I caught your name.
Governess Grace.
Well, Governess, as mentioned, I'll contact my superiors, notify them of the situation, and we'll get back to you shortly. Tiananmen out. right, well, I think we may have a lead. Ops. I assume the subspace communication relays are up and running?
Sorry, what was the question?
I was asking Ops if the subspace communication relays were up and running.
We have access to ours, Captain, but it would appear that their communication relay placed in orbit has been destroyed.
All right. Well, let's patch me through to the Admiralty. We need to notify them of this situation and Starfleet's obligation to the treaty specifications with the Sylvians. He'll turn to Johnson. Johnson, do we have anything that can serve as a communications relay on board? Anything that we can put in orbit for the Sylvians?
Everything, Jim?
You'd probably have to build a relay.
I'd probably have to build one, Captain.
Do you think it's feasible within a reasonable time frame?
What kind of difficulty we're looking at? I'm willing to try, Captain.
All right, let's see what we can do. I want to get them up and running, even if it's just, well, until another attack takes place.
All right, so which admiral are you wanting to speak with?
Great question. So Elder was the one who's been giving us these missions.
Yeah.
So who's the admiral overseeing our sector?
That would be Keller.
So, stick with the admiral who's been giving the missions, or any chance with Keller? Let's speak with Keller first.
What's your report, Haybar?
Well, Admiral, I'm sure that you're aware of our current mission.
Yes, yes. How's it going?
Well, Admiral, I think there's a bit of a situation here. The Sylvian homeworlds, as part of the treaty stipulations between the Federation and their people, they've requested our aid. It appears they've been being harassed by an unknown ship that's been seemingly abducting members of their civilian populations. Almost 600 over the past few weeks.
That's troubling news.
It is, but, well, first things first. Don't suppose that I'm in the position to sign off on activating treaty provisions, so my intention is to render aid to the Sylvans under the terms of the treaty. Wanted to run that by you first.
Of course. Get to the bottom of this, Captain.
Understood. I'll link up with the expedition, and we'll see what we can do about this ship.
Understood. Anything else, Captain?
That'll be all.
Very good. Keep me informed.
Will do.
Who's at security?
Well, I have security, but I think someone made a different security character as
Yeah,
well.
we'll give it to you for now.
Would you like me to do? Captain, we have an unidentified ship entering the system.
Yellow alert.
Yellow alert, Captain.
Lieutenant Dagan, would you give us a scan of the ship?
Yes, Captain.
I'll just do a nice little on-screen thing. On the screen appears this very large very large brown in color, which looks like a cargo hauler. You know, very large, very meandering. It looks like it's had several security upgrades, including to strengthen bulkheads, add the shield strength, multiple phaser cannons throughout the hull. It vaguely looks like the governess explained.
Lieutenant, how far out are they?
Edge of the system, sir.
Degas, do you think they know that we're here?
It's Johnson, Captain, but yes.
Thank you for reminding me.
I'm sure they can detect us on scanners, Captain. It's not like we're hiding.
Would have expected we had 4 more days.
It's unusual to see a cargo vessel upgraded so, Captain. That's unusual for Federation standards, for sure. I don't know if they're Federation, though. It may just be a third party.
Yeah. Dagan, let's keep eyes on that. I want as much sensor data as I can get.
Alrighty. And I actually think we are going to call that a to be continued.